After a French cabinet meeting in Paris, France's Prime Minister Edouard Philippe announced a raft of new measures aimed at tightening the country's immigration policy.
We must take back control of immigration. Taking back control means making clear choices about asylum and integration, so that granting the right to stay is actively based on our principles and goals, rather than passively carried out, as has long been the case.
The government wants to introduce immigration quotas for workers, an attempt to address the country's skilled labour shortage in industries such as construction. There are also plans to tighten rules for asylum seekers. Access to healthcare will be limited and benefits more rigorously controlled. The number of asylum applications has increased in France in recent years, and the government says it must crack down on those who abuse the system.
Rights campaigners say that asylum seekers already face very difficult conditions in France. Many of them end up sleeping rough in makeshift camps like this one in Paris. And the fear is that the government's new measures will only make the situation worse.
The
Prime Minister says France must regain its sovereignty. Well, if our country wants to be more sovereign, we should start by getting rid of these undignified camps in our cities. Then we can talk about sovereignty and humanity.
Halfway through his presidential term, Emmanuel Macron is taking a tougher line on immigration, but it's a gamble. He may succeed in wooing voters away from his main political opponents, the far right, and stem the rise of what he calls dangerous populism. But he also risks alienating some supporters who say that he's failing to uphold France's humanitarian values. Natacha, Butler, Al Jazeera, Paris.